Hi viewers, welcome to the Head to Toes channel. We're pleased to provide you with an overview on today's topic about 6 reasons why people get into financial trouble. People are unable to manage their finances, which is the major cause of financial problems. Worse still, you may have inherited some bad behaviors from your parents, who most likely lacked financial knowledge. It's a never-ending loop with no way out. Yet there is a way out. You may experience financial challenges while you manage their finances, which will put your resolve to either cave in or conquer the situation to the test. Money problems can range from a seemingly small broken light bulb to a more serious job loss, or the possibility of your property being seized by the bank due to non-payment of your mortgage loan. You might be quick to point out that the main reason you're having financial difficulties is that you don't have enough money to cover your bills. When you look at your household budget, you'll see that your costs considerably outweigh your income, much as in movies where the good characters appear to be surrounded by evil men, yet the good guys always manage to triumph in the end. This simply implies that no matter how little or large or life-changing your financial difficulties are, there is always a way out. There are moments when you feel like giving up and throwing in the towel. You'd constantly tell yourself that if you only had a bigger income or more money in your bank account, you'd be able to deal with whatever issues arose. Unfortunately, having money is only one part of the solution. Consider the stories of lottery winners and even great athletes, who all walked away with millions of dollars in their bank accounts. Some of them are now bankrupt, and everyone is asking where the money went. This is true for some. For some, having so much money was a curse, and they had no clue what to do with it. One of the most frequent financial difficulties that Americans confront is struggling to make ends meet. Despite the fact that this is one of the most fundamental daily tasks that you must be able to do, many clients are having trouble getting their paychecks to line up every month. It's as if they're ex-lovers, who no longer want to see each other. People fall into financial difficulty for a variety of reasons. There are additional reasons for financial issues in a consumer's everyday life besides not having enough money in the budget. Here are a few of them, which you should be aware of so that you can detect and rectify them as you go. 1. Inadequate financial understanding. Financial literacy is an issue among most of the youngsters, and if they don't know much about money when they're young, they'll have a much harder difficulty managing their own money as adults. Adults have significant difficulty with this, with some failing to comprehend the concept of a household budget and others assuming that having more money in one month will allow them to purchase that new automobile. Finance classes are not mandatory, although they are available as an alternative. All that remains is for you to grasp the ideas and apply them to your financial management. 2. You believe there isn't enough time to study. This is just not true, and if something is essential to you, you will always find a way to make it happen. You could argue that you don't have enough time between 9 to 5 work and household duties to sit down and learn how to handle and solve money difficulties. Purchase a book on money management and read a few chapters before going to bed. Bring it to work and attempt to read a few pages over your lunch break. You may also read the book or listen to a podcast on your way to work and learn as much as possible about money management. 3. Your ego comes in the way of your success. Your ego may get in the way of a number of things, including your financial situation. You may believe that because you have a lot of money, you don't need to know how to manage it. This is also how some individuals believe when they don't have a lot of money and don't see why they need to manage so little. You should believe that managing your money is unnecessary since you are an expert in the notion of sitting down, and discussing budgeting makes you feel ancient. If your ego gets in the way of financial management, you'll have no idea where your money went in a few months. 4. Because money is so challenging, you try not to worry about it. When you think of money, the first thing that comes to mind is how difficult it may be. With that concept staying in your mind, you begin to dismiss any idea of managing your money, since your mind has already been programmed to feel it is difficult to comprehend. Don't be frightened of anything you don't understand, since you can always find a method to learn more about it, if you put enough effort. 5. I have a hard time trusting other people. NBA great Tim Duncan took his financial manager to court for mishandling and siphoning millions of his hard-earned money into questionable transactions. According to Kens5.com, this is one of the consumer's concerns, and it's a fair one. One way to get around this is to conduct as much research as possible on the person or organization managing your money, but never let them do all the work. Because it is your money, you must be as involved in the decisions made on your account as possible. 6. Money management is lacking in objectivity. Your emotions may have a big impact on how you handle your money. If you are extremely pleased or extremely unhappy, you should postpone making significant financial decisions. You have a tendency to make hasty judgments that lead to problems in the long run. How can you get out of a financial bind? If you are already having financial difficulties, there are a few things you may do to get yourself out of it. You're part of the usual if you reside in the United States and spend more than you earn. 40% of Americans spend more than they earn, resulting in a debt-ridden financial existence. Spending more than you earn is like selling your future income. If you don't have a plan to pay back the money you've already spent, you'll end up with greater debt as a result of interest. Living on a month-to-month basis also means you have nothing to fall back on if your money runs out. Unfortunately, our overspending lifestyle feeds the idea that we'll be able to pay off our debts in the future, trapping us in the same cycle year after year. However, spending less than your wage has never been a model that most people have grown up with in the contemporary world, despite the fact that saving and paying cash puts us in a better financial position in the long run. Your monthly income should be allocated to long-term planning and present conveniences, and you should put money into savings to attain your goals and acquire the level of financial stability you desire. Even the most disciplined and creditor-savvy customers, on the other hand, might find themselves in debt in the blink of an eye. Personal emergencies affect families on a regular basis, even though overspending isn't an issue for everyone. Most financial experts advocate having at least 6 months' worth of savings to meet emergency expenditures, but with just around 6% of Americans' salaries going into savings, most crises must be funded. Make that your financial situation is in order. When you don't know if you'll be able to pay your bills, it's tough to keep to your household budget. The first stage is to organize your budget in order to determine how you can balance your income and expenses, as well as where changes are needed. Learn as much as you can about money management. Money management, according to Investopedia.com, can include a number of concerns such as spending, budgeting, and even investing. That may appear to be a lot, but if you take it one step at a time or deal with one issue at a time, money management becomes straightforward. Take things slow and easy. This is particularly essential when making significant financial decisions. Consider your choices several times, particularly if your intuition tells you that you're making a mistake. You must be able to make rational, not emotional, financial judgments. Financial difficulties will arise at times when you least anticipate them. Rather than running away from the situation, you just need to understand it and find solutions. If you liked this video, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up, and subscribe to our channel, and hit the bell icon to stay up to date.